screening as part of the Melbourne Documentary Film Festival in July this year.
Correct. That's right.
Yes, is a documentary called The Enlightened State of Tara. And it's my great
Yes.
pleasure to be speaking to the director of the film, Zev Howley. Zev, welcome to Movie Metropolis.
Oh, thank you, Peter. Yes, it's great to be here on Movie Metropolis. Yes, thank you.
Okay, good to talk to you. Now, this is a film that was shot over a number of years and deals with the construction, if you like, of a statue, Green Tara, a Tibetan deity. Tell me about the process, how it all began.
Yeah, well, I met Barbara one day in her studio in 2005, and I saw her building this statue, and I was very curious as to what it was and what it's for. And she explained that it's a green Tara and that she's building it for the place in Bendigo, which is big, where the stupa is and all that Buddhist center in Bendigo. So I was building it for there. And I took immediate interest, and I thought it was only going to be in the beginning stages. She was only in the beginning stage, so I thought I'd start filming and filming the whole process. And that was like we started in 2005, and over the years, I kept going back and filming the progress. And even as late as 2022, I filmed more of this project in 2022 when I went and filmed the stupa that was under construction as well. So I filmed a lot. I spent a lot of time working on this documentary. Yeah.
Wow, that's real dedication to go back and over a number of years and to film the
Yes.
whole
Yes. Sir.
process.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, well done on that. And Barbara McLean is the artist, and you also have a few other interviews in your film as well.
That's right. Yes. Buddhist monks and also Ian Green and some Buddhist monks and people at the Atisha Center. There's a few interviews there. Yes, that's true. And they all were very pleased to be involved and talk about Buddhism, talk about the construction of the stupa as well. And I went to the festival as well and filmed parts of that big festival in Bendigo. Yeah, as well. Yeah,
Okay, okay. And I mean the artistic work as well as the super, it's quite painstaking.
that's correct.
So
Yeah.
much involved there, and you've captured that in the documentary, which is not easy to do, I think.
Yeah, let me explain. This is the first time it's ever been recorded in history, someone actually building a Green Tara statue, which when Barbara told me that, I was quite amazed. So I've actually documented the first time one of these green Buddhist statues, Green Tara Buddhist statues, ever been constructed and built from the start. So it's quite an incredible sight to see it being built, and it's good for the world to see how it's done for the first time, Yeah.
Oh, it is. So well done on that. Were there ever any restrictions about what you can film during the whole process?
Not really. I work very closely with Barbara, who's also the co-producer as well. And if there was any problem, she'd tell me. But no, normally, it was a collaborative process. So we'd go back and forth, and even in the edit, even today, even in the last week, even in the last month, I'm still going back, getting her feedback and making some alterations here and there. So it's just an ongoing thing. So we work very collaboratively together, and she was very open to the idea of it, the process being filmed and everything like that. So I think it's gone really well. Yeah. And in those days I was filming like with mini DV, so I started way back with my first camera, mini DV camera. So And nowadays, we've got DSLRs and mirrorless cameras and very high quality. The technology has changed, so you can see that in the video that over the years the technology has changed as well. Because I'm using back mini DV footage, and nowadays I'm using mirrorless camera footage. So I've combined it all together, so you can see it, the process also. Yeah.
Oh, well done on that. Yes, it's look. This statue is obviously a very important icon for Buddhism. Just tell me a bit about that because it's such an interesting statue, which I didn't know much about.
Yeah. So the green Tara is a prominent figure in Buddhism, and it's I'm just having a look here, double checking.
Sure.
Um, it's a protector. It's the green Tara is like a protector of um predominantly the eight fears, and it's female in origin as well. So it's a very important. They're all different colors. The Tara consists of different colors, but the green is predominantly female, and it's like a protector type figure. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. How interesting. Now it's on display in Bendigo. So is it openly
The
available for?
Atisha, yeah, at the Atisha Centre in Bendigo. Yes, it's
Ah.
openly. You can go in there and see it. It's open to the public. That's right. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
And tell me more about the stupa as well, what that involves.
Well, the stupa is this big construction in Bendigo that it's really, really high and really large, and if you go see, it's quite an amazing experience. And I interviewed the guy you know, who sort of developed it and was in the first stage of its development. And I've got him on interview talking about all sorts of things about how it got to be, the construction, the size, the measurements. And it's one of the biggest stupas in the world, actually, apparently. So, um, yeah, it's quite incredible sight. If you go there, you feel kind of it's a real spiritual experience. And I've documented all of that. He talks about how it came to be, the construction of it, many, many years, the building of it. So I've got that on interview as well as the festival, which celebrates the stupa and all Buddhism and things like that. I went there as well and took some footage of dances and celebrations, which is it's called Illuminati 8. Illuminate. Yeah, that's it. It's called Illuminate. It's on every year. And yeah, and there's fireworks, and it was quite an experience. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. How did Barbara and everyone react when they saw a cut of the documentary?
She was thrilled. She was absolutely thrilled. She thought this is an important project. This is important to document this process. And when she saw it, she was quite pleased. And yeah, and still to this day, she's very happy that we did it and we stuck through it. I mean, it's quite a thing to work on a project for years and years and years and not get it finished like within a certain amount of time. But she kept saying, this is what Buddhism is, patience and calm, and you got to not be, you got to let the process unfold itself, So I had to learn myself, because I'm used to finishing projects much sooner, to just let the process happen and let it be until it's completed its journey, as so to speak. Yeah. So that was interesting for me in itself. But she loves it. She loves it. She thinks it's great. Yeah.
Oh, terrific. And I gather the other people you interviewed, the Buddhist monks and all that sort of thing were happy as well.
Yes, yes, they loved it as well. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent stuff. Now you've mentioned the editing and that you're still going back to edit the film. I mean, obviously it doesn't have to be finalized until July for the Melbourne
Yeah.
Documentary Film Festival. But
Yeah.
tell me about your process of editing because that's always a challenging task.
Yeah, okay. So a couple of years ago, I did have a finished cut of the project of Tara. It was 40 minutes, and I had a screening at Lido Cinemas to launch it. Um, what I did have a complete cut, but now I've gone back the last few years because I felt I wanted to include the journey and the making of the stupa and the Illuminate Festival as well in amongst the footage. So I wanted to extend the project that I've already got and make it longer as well, so we can include other aspects of Buddhism and Bendigo and the journey of the stupa and all that kind of stuff as well as a project. So my process in editing, yeah, well, I worked, because I have full-time job. I worked around that over the years and just went into my studio and just kept cutting and cutting and cutting and yeah, the process of getting the mini DV footage was a little bit challenging on the timeline and stuff like that. But I managed to do it and it looks quite good. So yeah, it's just a matter of being patient and finding time when you can to keep cutting, cutting, and also be flexible to make changes as well over the years to make it better. So yeah.
Okay, interesting to hear that evolving process. That's very good.
Yeah.
Okay, so as I said, the film will be screening in July as part of the Melbourne Documentary Film Festival. Now, I also noticed that you did a short film that will be screening music video on May 17th at ACMI as part of a film festival there. Tell me about Distance.
Oh yeah, Distance, my song Distance, yes. So in the lockdown, when we had the lockdown with COVID in Melbourne, um and we were so restricted with what we could do and where we could go. So I got inspired to write a song called Distance, which I started with my keyboard at home. And then, I gradually recorded it, and it was my first time I recorded a song of mine professionally. I've written songs over years, but never recorded it professionally. So I went into a studio, I recorded it professionally, and did a music video um, called Distance, and it's screening at ACMI, May 17th, part of People of Passion Film Festival. It's also on Spotify and it's on YouTube as well. So I'm really happy with the result, how it came, how it finished, how we got everything done, and I'm really happy with the song. And I hope, and it's so the song itself is like it's sort of got two sort of sides to it. So you got one is sort of unrequited love, distance, and the other is it's a peace song as well. So there are metaphors in it, sort of thing. So the metaphor is, we're all distant from each other too much, and we need to connect, not just one-on-one, connect with each other, but globally too, as countries. So I don't know if many people will pick that up, but that's sort of incorporated in the clip as a peace song as well. Yeah, because there's so much conflict in the world at the moment. So I thought I'd combine the two, a love song and a peace song. Yeah.
Okay, very good. And I noticed quite a few visual effects in the film. That must have been a bit of a challenge for you.
Yes, well, yes, it was a challenge. We shot at a green screen in Paran. Um, and Yeah, that took a bit of doing. Once we shot it, I had some friends help me with the special effects because that's something I'm not very adapt with the special effects. So I got some friends to help me with that, especially with green screen. And yeah, it turned out really well. And that's the first time I've worked on a clip with green screen, so to speak. So I learned a lot from it. Yeah, it was a great experience, and yeah, I'm happy with how the special effects turned out. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it does look good. So look, well done on that. And the other thing I wanted to ask you about is you also appear in Jamie Wilson's film, Come Back, Mr. Buell, shot in Bali, which I found quite interesting that you're on screen talking about your experiences.
Yes, so Jamie's film is screening alongside my film in the Melbourne Documentary Festival. So it's kind of like a double header. So yeah, I had a lot to do with Jamie's film. Yeah, so we went in 2014 and just after the Bali bombing, and we got to meet the people, and it was my first. What was funny, it was my first time in Bali, so I was very naive and I didn't know what would happen or how to go about things. And Jamie's the real experienced, guy who knows how to deal with everything, and he's, giving me advice. So it's like a bit of a comedy sort of scenario going between me and Jamie a bit, because I'm the naive one and inexperienced one, and he's one that sort of knows about Bali because he's been there a few times. So, but we talk to the locals. We culturally, it's quite a good documentary to watch what's going on there, and especially in the time when tourists were not going to Bali because of the terrorist attacks. It was that kind of time after 9/11 and the Bali bombings where Bali was struggling to get tourists. So me and Jamie actually decided, well, let's go and do a documentary and see, if we can help Bali get a few more tourists, and rather than people not going there in fear of terrorist attacks. So I thought it was a really good idea. So yeah, I went along with him for the journey, and it was great. Yeah, and that's screening as well. So it's a double header. Yeah, it'll be a very entertaining night. Yeah.
It looks like it will be. It's a nice contrast, Bali versus the Buddhism sort of story, if you
Yes.
like. So that's
Yes.
yeah, that's very good. Okay. All right, Zev, that's it's great to hear all that. And I wanted to ask you, are you working on other projects at the moment?
Yes, I am working on other projects. I'm trying to get funding for a documentary called Fighting Shadows. It's about a female boxer, Vicky Simos, who has battled mental health issues and over the years and become a very successful. She's a psychologist and helps kids overcoming autism through teaching them boxing. And yeah, and she's like fluent in very different types of martial arts and boxing, maybe 4 or 5 different types of martial arts and boxing as a fighter, and she's won championships all over the world. So it's I've written the documentary, and I'm hoping to get funding down the line. So it's a very interesting story, and it's a story that needs to be told. Yeah.
Yes. No, it sounds interesting. I wish you well with that. I hope it achieves fruition. It would be nice to see it. Um,
Yeah.
and Zev, just the last question I wanted to ask you. Are there any particular films or filmmakers that might inform your approach to filmmaking?
Ah, that's a hard one. Look, as well as documentary, I've done a lot of short films, and yeah. So I guess in terms of inspiration, I'm a big science fiction fan. So I like that's kind of my favorite genre, and I suppose science fiction directors like Steven Spielberg, um, you know, yeah, other filmmakers include uh, Aronofsky. I like his style, though it's not science fiction. He's kind of thriller, sort of unusual sort of style. Uh, um, yeah, I like his style as Aronofsky, and also um, a few others I really like as well.
Sure.
Um, David Lynch as well. So there's a few people that really inspired me over time. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Excellent stuff. We've been speaking to Zev Howley, who's the director of Enlightened State of Tara, as well as the music video Distance. Um, and Enlightened State of Tara is screening as part of the Melbourne Documentary Film Festival in July. Zev, thank you so much for talking with me.
Thank you, Peter. Thanks a lot. Thank you. It's been
Okay,
a pleasure. Yeah.
great. All the best. Bye bye.
Okay.